how you can organize the creation and operation of that space over time. Artspace is a national nonprofit developer and consultant to communities about space. And we are the leaders in the field of creative placemaking. And we're here in West Palm Beach to help the CRA in Northwood's Village and Pleasant City think about how to create and sustain space for the arts in these neighborhoods.
Lot 23 is located in the northwestern section of the Pleasant City community. They are 8 former public housing units, two buildings that have 4 units in them each, 2 bedroom, 1 bath, and the plan is to convert those dwelling units into artist residence. The CRA has been planning the Lot 23, which is coined the artistic side of Pleasant City, for about the past 2 years. We purchased the properties thinking that we would be demolishing them and creating new housing. But because the housing market took a downturn, we decided that we would renovate the properties instead. So we've been working very closely with the artists in the communities, and we contracted with artspace to come in to help with the leasing program. Because the goal of the program is really not to just provide affordable artist housing, which that is one of the goals, but the second goal is community service. The plan is to subsidize the rent in exchange for community service hours back to the community. Whether it be through the Pleasant City Elementary School, or it's through the Pleasant City Multicultural Center, or it's through events that we do in Northwood Village or in Curry Park or in any one of our CRA areas, is to create a sense of community, not only for the artists, but for the people who live within the Pleasant City community.
Because artists are often the pioneers to move into an area like Pleasant City. The Pleasant City neighborhood, it seems ripe for having artists be a part of what happens from here on forward. The artists will really help to bring about positive, significant change in this neighborhood and help to bring about more lively streets, more 24/7 activity, just bring a vibrancy to the neighborhood that feels lacking right now. I think the artists will be in a really important part of that catalytic force that will help propel the neighborhood forward and to make it a desirable place for people of all ages and all backgrounds to want to live and to work.
Artspace did a presentation and talked about what they believe their artists needs, or the artists that belong to the different cultural organizations. So they can tell us what their needs are, because what we discovered is not all artists need the same things. There are artists who are established, they have families, they own homes, but they don't have studio space. And then there are artists who are emerging and struggling and they don't have a home or a studio space. So we want to be able to accommodate everyone. We have everything on the table right now, from music studio space to performance studio space, artist visual studio space. And we just want to make sure that what we're creating is going to not only be sustainable, but will also be contagious, and more people are going to want to be a part of this.
When we're looking for our artist tenants, is we look for a commitment to an art form. Artists often help to bring about positive economic change, and we've now researched that with a third-party consultant to look at what are the impacts that artists bring to a neighborhood in terms of the economics of it. And we see everything from increased property values and increased property taxes that are paid by the properties in and around the artist neighborhood, but we also see changes in population growth as a result of artists coming in, and we also see positive changes to the individual artists themselves, who end up making more money from their art as a result of living in an artist community. So they don't have to hold down 2 or 3 other jobs in addition to their art.
I hope that we will be able to convince this community that artists are needed, and that we are going to bring something to the plate that's going to benefit this neighborhood a ton.
This project can literally bridge Northwood Village and Pleasant City being the historical district part of it, and Northwood being the new process, bringing those two places together so people can see that, oh, this is actually a beautiful community in West Palm Beach.
The CRA here is very special. There is a sort of forward momentum and vision for the future that is a wonderful one to have, and it feels like everyone involved in the efforts in Pleasant City are in it because they love the place and they love the fact that they're giving something back to a community.
For the past 4 or so years, we've been hosting an event called the Art and Wine Promenade, and it kind of morphed over the years, and we improve on what's good and we kind of get rid of what doesn't work. So the goal is to activate the Blum Park, which is adjacent to Northwood Village and is in the north side of the Pleasant City community, and get everything connected. We service, as a CRA, 5 different target areas, and we focused a lot on the Northwood Village community. So this is going to help us connect Pleasant City to Northwood Village into our industrial area as well, where there may be some industrial artists that will have an opportunity to find affordable studio space. And then back over to Curry Park and Joel T. Daves Park. So it's all about building community and then connecting everyone back to each other.